The castle, in a bold position on two inaccessible basalt rocks, was founded at the end of the 14th century by Chenek of Wartenberg. The first written mention dates back to 1396. Both rock towers were set with brick towers, the slimmer Panna towers to a height of 57 meters, the lower, more extensive and multi-sided Baba to a height of 47 meters. After the death of the builder, Trosky was acquired by the monarch Wenceslas IV, who gave it to the powerful lords of Bergov. Otto of Bergova raided the monastery. This gave rise to speculation that the famous treasure was hidden somewhere in Trosky. In 1424, Trosky resisted the attack of the Hussites. In 1428, it burned down. And 10 years later, the robber duo Schoff and Schweikar settled here. In 1467, the troops of Gigi of Podobrady took possession of Trosky. The castle was mainly of military significance, and the attention was focused on its defensibility at the expense of the residential part. The ruins suffered a lot during the 30 Years' War. Both Imperial and Swedish troops took turns here. The Imperial army then burned the castle in 1648, and it remained in real ruins. It was partially rebuilt in the 19th century and reconstructed at the end of the 20th century. Today, we can climb both towers. At the time, when Trosky belonged to the lords of Bergova, two relatives lived in the castle. The old lady Margaret lived in the tower called Baba. Her granddaughter Barbara had chambers in Panna. Although they were related, they hated each other intensely. Incidentally, they were also of different religions. The old Bergovna took to the teachings of Hus. The granddaughter was a Catholic. Not a day went by that they didn't do something to each other. For long days, young Barbara sat at the window in the tower, looking out for her lover, who was in a faraway foreign land. One day, a messenger arrived with bad news. The bridegroom had sent his bride a letter and then was killed in battle. The desperate girl could not accept this and threw herself out of the window into the depths below. Lady Margaret just watched helplessly as her granddaughter fell to her death. It was only after the death of her only relative that old Bergovna realized how much she missed Barbara. She couldn't live in solitude, and soon she too set out for the other world to meet her granddaughter.